Welcome to the special presentation of the REL Division 3 recap. Iron Master is joining me today.
Hello.
And I am Ledeas, of course. And before we get started, we have two things we need to present. The first thing is we want to make sure that nobody gets any stepped on toes. This is not a video created because Mike and Sace aren't doing a great job, because they are. Mike puts a lot of work in, Sace brings in a lot of experience, and they are pumping out the recap videos every week over 3 divisions. And that's what inspired Iron Master and myself to maybe kind of just do a little special of our division for the fun of it. And we encourage others to jump in and do their own as well. And then our second thing is, Iron Master, you want to tell them about our special guests?
So, first guest over here is going to be Havokk.
Hello.
He's one of the top people at Division 6. And then our second guest is going to be Kallisti.
Hey, how's it going?
And he is one of the top coaches of Division 7 over here. And they're going to be recapping our division here and taking lead. So, you guys ready?
Sure am. So, there we go. I think what we're going to do is start off by looking at the leaderboard. Okay. And at the top of the leaderboard, I'm seeing Fruity Kisses, led by none other than our Ledeas. So, must feel pretty good being in the top spot.
Actually, it's quite terrifying.
Well, you have the TV, so...
I find this TV here.
So, I think maybe we'll take a look at your team first.
I have a TV. I've been told enough for 2 elf teams.
Yeah, it's pushing up there.
2240.
Yeah.
Big.
Yeah. If only Jelly Boy hadn't died.
How many seasons has this team been running around now?
I am in my 3rd season. I played the 14 games. I had no spin games coming in. I did 2 or 3 spin games between 4th and 5th, and they destroyed my team. I hated it. I missed 3 games in my 2nd season, Season 5, due to computer issues. And that year, I won 1 game. So I've been rebuilding very slowly, just plugging along, trying to keep people from dying. And then I played the players market and sold some bruiser elves out.
Now I'm looking at your roster here, and it's pretty impressive.
Well, thank you.
I mean, I'm looking at this the top one here, Cherry Crush. He's definitely been built up a bit. I think you're going for a sort of a killer piece here.
Yes, sir. He when you roll doubles, you take them. I mean, that's my rule number 1.
Yeah, I like it. Now, I mean, one thing I did notice, and I took a look at your team earlier, is that your witch elves, you have them built, and are you sort of tending towards, for Rosa, are you tending towards building that as a bullhawk, a sacker?
That is what she does. She leaps over people much like a war dancer would, and hopes for the wrestle option.
Nice.
I see you also have 2 assassins. Is that a normal build for dark elves? Following seasons, 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 4 seasons, is that just something?
According to most of the people in the REL, no. Most players that I've spoke to have straight up hated assassins, consider them worthless. I got to a point in the 1st season where I had money and I had healthy players, so I bought 2 assassins. The first one leveled up and got catch, and the second one leveled up and got agility. Then he died. And so I picked up a 3rd assassin, and he died. And now Portobello is my 4th assassin, who just finally leveled up. He got MVP the first game he played and never got another chance to score or anything. He got an interception against McSkippy, so I went ahead and took diving tackle.
Now, with Pineapple Crush, are you wanting to build that up into another killer piece?
At this point, not necessarily.
The minus AG.
Yeah, the minus AG makes me a little more hesitant to do the dodging and stuff. Actually, at the end of the season, I'm going to offer him up on the player market just to see if anybody bites.
Now, do you currently use him to like sit in the background since he's got that busted AG?
Well, the busted AG is a new thing, and no, I use him as a secondary line of scrimmage person. If you see, I have 3 dodges and 3 wrestles. They're my line of scrimmage. And when they get hurt, I put Pineapple Crush there. Other than that, he's there to protect the thrower, the assassin, the witch elves. People tend to think twice about going around him and attacking something else.
Well, he's also got a strength up himself.
Right.
So basically used as a support piece.
For now, yes, sir.
Oh, nice. You actually use your runner as a ball carrier, right?
Oh, as a thrower, yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, yeah, ball carrier thrower. Like I'm just seeing like the skill ups you got for him. You've got movement.
Oh, he doesn't hold the ball for long. If he has the ball, it's because someone else is stopping the throw game, and then I go back to he's a runner, so I move him into a position where dump off will help.
Right. Nice. Impressive stats. I'm looking at the stats now. Very nice.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, so we ready to move on, Havokk?
If you don't mind, I want to just point out one thing.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah.
So,
right ahead.
Since apparently I've been named the bounty czar, I have to tell everyone that Cherry Crush has a bounty and Fig has a bounty. If you happen to see this, please kill them. Okay, let's move on.
Well, I was going to get onto the bounties because I think there's one or two other teams I know you put bounties on, so I'm going to cover that in a little bit.
That's a lot.
The one thing to remember is, while we're doing this recap, that some of the teams at the moment have not played Week 9 and some have. So currently I am tied for first. But if Berserkers wins a game, they will be in first and I will be tied for second. And if they tie their game...
Are you tied for first?
I am tied for first.
Oh, yeah, I suppose Brothers has the 4 draws and you've got the 1. Okay, yeah.
And if the Berserkers tie their game, then we're going to have a 3-way tie.
Yeah, looking at that leaderboard right there, the top 4 are very close in the points. And you've even got, depending on, who can get a win here and there and who gets a loss here and there, out of the top 4, places 5 and 6 could actually be following in there.
Yeah, and we get 2 playoff spots in this division.
Yeah, a lot of bashing going to be going on here.
Yep.
Okay, well, let's move on to our next team here. As we talked earlier.
So this is Brazzers. The team is Brazzers, and it's the coach is Superfed TV.
Yeah. So he's a 1550 because he is missing his star player. So normally it's 190 extra on there. So a 1700 team.
Okay.
And what do you guys think about it?
3 blitzers there. So I'm taking that the star player you're talking about was a lost.
Yeah, it's the strength up thrower who has a lodge.
With a bounty cost.
Now that to me seems a little bit excessive. The whole strength up on your thrower.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest. I'm not a fan of that.
This thrower is realistically a ball carrier / 5th blitzer.
Well, yeah, all your orc throwers are ball carriers, but I don't know. I think the whole strength up is a little bit excessive. It's adding 50 TV to the value, and
well, I mean, if you look at it, he's taken a lot of normals. There's only that strength up, dodge. The rest is normals right now. He used to have a blitzer with agility on it, but it died.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But I mean, if you look at his stats, he's only done 2 casualties inflicted. It's not like this is a killer piece. He needs the strength to go out and bash the brains in of everybody that crosses his path. He got this. I suppose the strength up gives him an advantage in not being such easy pickings for being blitzed whilst carrying the ball. but is 50 TV worth that little bit of extra assurance? I'm not sure.
Well,
I think the most reason is for the red die blocks against him most of the time, because with the guard, it's really hard to do anything.
right.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of wondering why he picked tackle.
For elves.
Well,
That okay, yeah.
because it's still able to blitz with 4 strength.
No, understandable. And
The
I just personally, I've never put tackle on my fork thrower.
I can't remember if he's the one who went to the playoffs or if it was Berserkers.
It was wooden stand-ins.
Wooden stand-ins, okay. So last season, Brazzers and Berserkers were on the top 2, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And
Right.
then wooden stand-ins kind of snuck up over them and just overtook them by outscoring everybody.
Nice.
Yeah, they weren't ones for draws, so that was keeping them up.
Yeah, he has 5.
Awesome.
So what do you guys think of
My God.
Brazzers' chances to get through to the playoffs this year?
I think it's pretty good. I mean, I can only speak for my own team personally. Almost every player has dodge. He's got 3 tackle. That's going to be annoying. He's got he's only got 3 mighty blows, so not as many as I thought. If you can stop that blitzer.
What I like is the block frenzy juggernaut.
So that guy's a surfer, but I think this team has a good chance of going all the way, because if you look, he has 5 guards stacked.
Yep.
That's hard to get around.
3 black orcs and troll and 1 blitzer. Yep, that's tough. That's a meaty line right there.
Well, personally, I don't plan on being anywhere near that line.
Also got a niggle blitzer there.
Yeah.
Back. That is, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's his pro.
Does any of you remember how much a fresh blitzer is?
Like 80?
So, yeah, he's probably saving up trying to get that blitzer back as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
To my knowledge, I think he's running Stoya till that person dies.
Well, considering in 26 games he's only lost 1.
That's 18, 7,
Yeah.
Not bad.
That is pretty
So,
low.
so how do you... Oh, Karen.
Brent. Go ahead.
So I was going to just ask what you thought of this build, because you're an alt coach. You're in alt coach in Div 6. What do you think of this build?
I like the build. I'm not a thrower fan. I normally don't take a thrower. I build my orcs to just bash and mash. But
Would you take goblins?
for fun? To be honest, when it comes to lower strength and agility, things like that, I'm not good with them. Every goblin I've ever taken has just been killed, so I tend to stay away from them.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, this is I would love to have this build right now. It's very nice. Again, like Iron Master pointed out, he's got 5 guard in there. 3 of those are black orcs and the troll. That's a beef line that you don't want to stand in the middle and try and throw punches with, especially with all that AV9. So unless you're AV9 yourself and you've got the block to match, you better be trying to run around. Got plenty of block in there.
That's what I will be doing.
Yeah, like I said, and just because of that, that's why I like the block frenzy juggernaut blitzer. That's just fun. To me, that's fun.
Yeah, I see that. Well, I mean, I've played Superfed TV, and he's a great coach. So I don't doubt he's probably going to go far. We'll have to wait and see on whether he goes all the way. But
I personally,
looking at his team, I reckon his chances.
I personally think Brazzers, whatever, and who is
Berserkers?
Berserkers are going to take this division. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I haven't seen Berserkers, but if you're AV8 or AV17 coming up against this team, yeah, you might be doing sideline runs all day long.
Well, let's take a look at the Berserkers, because I'm sure Owned wants us to give him a bit of a spotlight as well. It's Dwarf team, right? So.
Yep. So it's a 1940 dwarf team.
Well, before we do that, why don't you tell us who is bountied on the Brazers?
Yeah, find out who the bounties are.
I believe that's Riley Reed only.
There you go.
I'd have to recheck, but I'm pretty sure it's that.
Taking a look at this Dwarven team, go ahead.
1940 TV.
Now this is just dizzying. Like looking at all of these skill ups, and I know that dwarves take a lot naturally, like starting off, but this is just like a
this is like trying to figure out what
of like colorful icons. It's making my head spin.
Yeah, this is like trying to figure out who are actual players in my division. We've got so many.
You're right.
Yeah.
Everything except the Death Roller has block.
Wow.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's not too hard though. I mean, it's definitely in a developed dwarf team. You know, you just need to get your runners block, and then you're all set. Everybody's got block.
Wow. I would just concede.
Yeah.
I'd take the season ban and just concede.
Okay, don't tempt me.
Yeah.
I would not wish this team on anybody.
7 guard out of 13 players.
How do you guys? I'm talking to Ledeas and Ironmaster. How do you hope to sort of get around this team?
Ironmaster, have you played him?
No, I hope to survive.
Same.
But, my plan's gonna be not dealing with the Death Roller. I'm gonna probably try to do some shenanigans, score a bit early if I get the offensive. But if not, I really am just gonna try to avoid it, not let him foul me. And he's gonna be giving me inducements, so maybe Borak's gonna help out in that strength department. But
you might want to get leap on all your players.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just you may have to turn into a Mario team or something. You get stuck in on any of this, and it's going to be good night, Irene.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just to second what he's saying, quite frankly, I'm feeling a little confident about one thing. That Death Roller won't be on the team long, or on the field long, if I get the ball, because I normally can score in 2 or 3 turns.
Unless of a 6+ interception.
Unless there's a 6+ interception. But he does get the free bribe if we play at his house, so.
I was just going to ask, does he have the stadium upgrade for the bribes?
He does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's yes, referee's rest area.
And I will be giving him at least 200K inducements unless there's hurt players by the time I get to him.
Yep.
Wow. And I'm looking at all the Mighty Blow as well. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's scheduled to play not FDA approved this week, so he hasn't played this game yet.
No, he hasn't.
That's correct.
One thing I have to say, though, that's interesting is that he actually put guard on his blitzers instead of making them killer pieces, too.
And
do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean, with this setup he's got going, he doesn't need killer pieces. Anything on here can kill you.
Yeah, you ain't stopping him. 4 of them aren't moving.
You're not barreling through him.
Yeah, 4 of them aren't moving if you hit them. They're staying firm. He's got at least 2 dodge that I see. And technically, the Death Roller has break tackle, so that's kind of a dodge.
Yeah, you're not going to push your way through here unless he doesn't do anything but roll dub skulls
and ones
every turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's this is ugly. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's ugly.
And then everything except the Death Roller has thick skull too, because dwarves, why not?
Yeah, high armor. You just need to run fast. That's all I can say. You need to run fast.
So
carry a big stick.
I think I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here. Iron Master, who did you bounty on this team?
Did you want to guess or?
No. I want you to answer, and then I'm going.
I'll guess.
Okay.
I'll guess.
Go for it.
Scrotus.
Nope. Okay,
Zeus.
so. No, I actually didn't.
You didn't do any bounties? On this
No,
game?
I didn't do those, but Gornak, he had a bounty.
Oh,
He
okay.
was a killer piece.
Okay.
And this is a weird one, but Crumley has a bounty too.
Now,
'Cause,
did you do that one, or did someone else?
No, I did, because I couldn't kill that dang long beard. I'm trying to lie. I even lightning bolted his. But,
What, previous seasons?
yeah, my last season when I played him, I could not kill Crumley.
So
He was invulnerable.
here's where I'm going out on a limb. Right now, I'm going to bounty Apollo. I will put it on the chart later. I want a sidestepping, blodging, strip ball runner in the graveyard, and anyone who puts him there, we have a ECS network on YouTube, and we have a Cafe Press. If you kill that guy, I will buy you anything from our store.
Wow. That's a
Pretty
big battle.
big. Okay.
So it's everything from shot glasses up to clothing.
So you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
So then, should we move on?
Well, he
That's
has
not good.
lost 3 games, so his record's not as good as the other guy. 25 games, so a little less as well. Yeah, he's death incarnate.
Got 9 kills.
So
Yep.
Team 4 is Leafy Mustard, who came out with a 5-game winning streak at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, yeah, Lizard King. 1816.
So has Leafy Mustard been sort of, is this the second, third, fourth season?
He was first for a while. I've lost to him.
Season. Like, how many seasons is that?
Oh, my
believe
mistake.
It's a 2-season team.
My mistake. He came in mid-season one of the seasons. I'm trying to remember. He has 26, 30, 40 games.
Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's at least, what? He's probably this being, what, his 3rd season, maybe? I mean, unless he's got a lot of spins. He put 8
He
spins
must be
in.
doing like all the spins, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he came in the same season I did, because the first team he played was Spoony Bard's Bardic Fantastic 4.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah. It doesn't tell us the date on his history, but I do remember him coming in, and he was a few games down when he started.
Yeah,
And he
got,
has
44 games played here.
he has made up for it since.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the roster here, and even more there is like built. This guy
Yeah.
has mighty blow, block, tackle, spitball, and break tackle. So he's a force.
Yeah, he goes where he
one-
wants.
Yeah.
His 2 stores are relatively new, considering the rest of them, and the Crocs are all leveled up. I mean, they both have block.
Yeah, everyone on this team has a level besides one skink. So,
Yeah, and those skinks are ugly.
yeah.
He is
Just
Double AG on 1.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like again, I have a bit of a problem with that. Like I look at a double AG skink, and I'm thinking to myself, this guy is going to be target number 1 every game, and
you're
he's
not
a stunty, and
You're
I don't
not-
know. I don't see him living long.
you're not getting to him though.
yeah.
He is nigh untouchable. He has a lot of big brothers who are willing to break your face. And he has a well-behaved Croxagore. Let me tell you, I played him last season, and I was doing really well, and his Croxagore did a 6+ dodge to just wipe my ball carrier out. And it's like one of the few times I ever remember actually being, as they say, tilted.
Yeah. But one thing I have to say is I believe LBME3 was actually from the free agency board.
Yes,
So
he
he didn't
is.
actually make it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somebody gave that up?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, usually when people break apart their teams, they sell a few players that are really good to the free agency. They wait a season and then they're able to be purchased.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
I'm about the
That's
only
nice.
person who has sold active team members.
Well, fun fact, Spunkmeyer is actually from Mike's team.
Really?
Yep. So,
Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe you're right. I believe you're.
yep, because
Wow.
the name's there. So that was our history lesson for today.
So what do you guys think of this team?
Have you played Demise Mike? I'm sorry, Iron Master?
Yes, I played him. He was my week 1 match, and it was pretty scary, but I nearly won, but then things just tilted, and he got the first score, and that was it. But the scary thing to me is that he just has a lot of block on those swords, and really developed swords that do stuff.
Yeah.
And then that Skink's almost a one-turner.
Most of my tricks were useless. I couldn't outrun him because he's fast. I couldn't stab him because he had armor. I couldn't even focus fire on the skinks because they were well protected. And it was frustrating all day. I think he scored 3-1 on me.
I can see that. This is a tough team to get around too. Man, a lot of beef up there. Just trying to hunt down those skinks, especially that move up skink.
And I hate diving tackle because I forget it.
Yeah, it's one of those skills that you even like. You look at it and you say, "Okay, that guy's got diving tackle," then you forget about it like 5 minutes later until it's too late.
Yeah.
So his
pretty good for being over 2 seasons and still only
I mean,
carrying 11 players.
2.5 seasons. He's got 40 games on his belt, so it's 14 wins, 13 draws, 13 losses. He is realistically a 33% team all the way across the board.
Yep.
Yep.
But
so who is bountied on this team? Or is there?
I believe it is Yellow and LBME the third.
Yeah, I thought it would be. I was looking at yellow.
So when I made these bounties, it was literally at the start of the season. So some of these players have developed, like Bloodleaf used to be a fresh skink, but now he's gotten that to where I would actually put him in starting to be in bounty status. And then just Yellow skyrocketed from when he was just a strength up.
yeah,
The block score came right after me.
Even with just a strength up, he's basically a smartest Croxagirl. So
Yep.
well, he 3 dice against any strength 2 player by himself.
yeah, I wouldn't want to face him with my rats.
Yeah. If it were me,
So-
even more beer would be my target, but I don't have enough money to do all that.
Yeah, even more beer is pretty built. I said that at the beginning of this. He's definitely not somebody I'd like to meet.
Well, would you like to take a look at the mainland Rotters then?
I'd love to.
They just had a pretty big game, I believe.
Yep, big things happened in that one.
He went up against Brazzers with a 1-1 tie, but I believe he created a death.
Oh,
It was a Pyrrhic victory. So he used to have a Beast of Nurgle with block before that last game. He was literally dead on turn 2. So now he had to hire a new one. He's gonna have to deal with the rookie stuff.
But it's
They
okay.
had block, guard, and stand firm, I believe.
Yeah, but it's okay because he has 2 Nurgle warriors with strength up.
Yep.
and they both have block. All 4 have block.
Yeah.
And he's got a mighty blue claw.
And I got to play him coming up.
See, I would if I was this coach for those 2 strength 5s, I would be going guard next.
There is
See, now he has a different idea
Yeah.
from what I heard. Tentacles
Mmm.
on both.
because what's better than 1 Beast of Nurgle? 3.
No.
And
yeah. That's really good. I like that too. That's good. That's good.
And 2 of them don't need dice to you know, have an action.
This is true. Yeah.
How about the fact that he has Jenna Hayes as a rotter, first of all, and then 3 rotters who are not dead, one of which has 2 level ups.
You know, I actually think I like rotters. I've just started playing an Urgle team, and I've managed to generate some really good action with my rotters. So I'm not afraid of or sort of against developing rotters. I know that the general consensus is to just take dirty player on them and that's it. But if I had a rotter that was performing well for me, I would take, you know, develop them a bit, take block, take maybe wrestle.
Fend. I would go block then fend.
Oh yeah, fend would be good. Fend would be good.
What would you do with the niggled one there? Since he's got 2 skinny, he's got block and tackle there.
I was about to say, at the moment, I wouldn't do anything because he has tackle. He's only got 2 players with tackle. He probably needs it with all the agility teams that we do have in Division 3 that he has going to have. I mean, my team, for one, I'm hoping that I do get to play him next and that guy's gone. So that makes it where I can dodge around this. Tentacles may slow me down, but nothing else will.
I'm not a Nurgle coach, so I would take it that your rotters go on the line on defense. They pull line duty.
In this case, no. I think he's probably going to put the... Well, it depends on how you play it. Some people would put the Beast of Nurgle up. Some would put it behind the line so that you can move him where he needs to be. But his Nurgle warriors, he can put 2 of them, and the third one, not the kill piece, up there on the line. You're not getting by him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And realistically, if the Devourer, well, there's 2 Devourers, but if the level 1 or 2 guy, he levels up and he takes guard on that guy, puts him right in the middle of the 2 strength 4 5 dudes, you're screwed.
Oh yeah. This is developing into a very nice team. I like it a lot.
They're only in their 2nd season, so
Yeah.
7-7 and 14.
Nice. You beat me to it. He's doing well. I mean, he's only lost 1 game this season. And he has a
who again?
And he has a beer stand.
Yeah, he does have a beer stand. Well, if you keep this team from dying off, I mean,
he lost to one of the Wood Elf teams.
Yeah, live tree or die hard. So, do you guys like the Dodge Pestigores?
Yes.
One blood.
He doesn't like Dodge Pestigores.
No, I do like the Dodge Pestigores. I also like the way that he's developing them as well. Like he's going for a variety. You know, he's got the one with the short hands. He's got one with splodge. He's got one that's going to be a killer piece, and then he's got one with the tackle. So it's like, you know, he's got a Pestigore for any eventuality. I really like this team. It's building well.
Plus the
like
fact
they have particular roles.
You like the particular what?
I said it looks like he's developing them for particular roles within.
Exactly. That's always a really, really good thing to see is when you have a team and everybody has a role within it, rather than it just being across the board sort of killer pieces and guards. And
right. It does make for a more unique team.
Yeah.
My thing I'm most impressed about to Wedge, first of all, for being the only non-force pilot in the Battle of Yavin 4 to survive. The fact that his Pestigores have all equally leveled up. They're all level 3. That means he's spreading the love around, or stupidly lucky for his MVPs.
Yeah. It's nice. It's very, very targeted. I like it.
With the exception of his new warrior, it looks like down there, he's been pretty much the same with his warriors.
Yeah, true.
Iron Master, have you played him yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I'm still on his to-do list.
Now, my question to you, as since Nurgle is Chaos's cousin, what do you say about the very lack of mutations?
I don't actually see anything wrong with it. He's taking what he needs. What he could want on that blodging one is going to be 2 heads. Actually, probably on Tadagor 2 heads isn't the worst idea. Really, it's not lack, it's that he needs to get to the point where mutations are their best. Like with those Nurgle Warriors, they needed a block before they could get tentacles. And it's really just going to be interesting when he can get there.
Fair enough.
I agree with that. Get the base skills, like you were saying. Now I have block, so they're going to be standing up a lot more.
And speaking of mutations, look who's in 6th place.
Oh, yeah.
That's our own Iron Master that. Now, how do you pronounce that? Snowguard?
It's Snovgard.
Snobguard.
What's the origin for that?
I thought it was cool. Because I was only playing for 2 weeks, and I'm like, what's a cool Chaos team name? Thought for a second, I'm like, that sounds cool, Snovgard. And then I didn't realize I could actually name players, so I didn't think of a naming demon. So you'll see some with custom ones that I buy after the fact, but yeah. So what do you guys think about it?
1680 Chaos. Well, what were you thinking with this team when you originally decided you wanted to play? What were you wanting to do?
Well, when I originally made it, I didn't actually realize how to build teams. So I was like, you know what? Everyone's going to get like blocks. I heard that's good. And then I was like, whoa, guards is a cool skill. I'll take that on a bunch of guys. And then as I started figuring it out, some people got interesting skills like the sure hands to extra arms to big hand. Because I didn't really want to make a murder chaos team. And then one of my first warriors to level was my top one, which was just dodge. Really annoying first skill. Hard to deal with because there's lack of development and dodge doesn't do much.
Right.
But development for him came in halfway through my first season. Just getting that extra agility made him score a bunch. Then just got to where he is now.
And that's our leap warrior right there.
Yep. Our leap warrior. He got that recently. He has not been getting SVP after that point because I've been trying to actually level other people. And him right now, his job is just to jump in places and be a threat mostly.
The YouTube star?
Yeah, YouTube star right there.
See, I was looking at this squad and I was actually kind of impressed that you hadn't gone for the regular what I see regularly, which is like, you know, the kill build where every other player has claw and mighty blow and piling on, and there's a lot of diversity there. I'm not sure about the sure hands, extra arms, and big hand. Is that working for you, or
click on it?
One too many skills.
Click on him and look at him, and you'll see why you went that way.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But I really like the extra arms because Sure Hand's extra arms makes it a 2+ pickup. So he's just picking up really well. You're going to pick up like an elf and do that sort of thing because he was a main carrier. Big Hand, Ledeas got me into doing it because it's like, hey, you can pick it up in infinite tackle zones and it's still good. The only problem is he doesn't have 2 heads yet, so he can't actually dodge out of those tackle zones. Actually,
the main reason why I suggest to do it is so he'd have 4 arms.
Just so he could look cool.
Yes.
But I have gotten to use Big Hand. It was very useful.
See,
I'll scoop it.
I mean, when I go, I'm a scathing coach, so I go, I roll with the thrower, and I go extra arms on the thrower if I get mutations, and there's nothing else for me to go for. And I go big hand on one of my gutter runners if I can, because I love it for gutter runner. Never done the 2 together though, so this looks pretty good though.
Is there any particular reason why you haven't taken claw?
It's mostly because on the killer pieces I actually wanted to develop, they haven't gotten to that stage yet. Because I never made a true killer beastman, and I did take Claw on a beastman once, and he died on his first game with it. So I didn't actually get a chance to really use him too much. So my plan is probably getting one of my new beastmen to level up to Mighty Blow, Claw, Pile On, be a true killer. But that's not really a priority. It's my utility pieces I really care for.
What about Reap Warp?
So
The Chaos Warrior. What's his going to be his next skill?
his next skill is block.
Yeah.
I'm not taking any other skill because I don't need it at that stage. He's really awkward just with dodge and Mighty Blow. But I took Mighty Blow because I thought development would be fast. Still was kind of slow because I didn't blitz enough with him. I use him as a strength leverage. But getting dodge kept him pretty slow. But once he gets block, he's going to be a menace, and then I'll get a guard stand firm. Pretty much all those blodge guys are going to get guard stand firm and just be really annoying.
So you're planning on keeping the AG busted warrior after a while, or you have to continue to run with him?
You know, at first I thought, oh man, AG warrior, what am I going to do? This is the end of the world because everyone else has dodge. But then I was like, I really don't need the AG because everyone else has dodge. He can just actually be someone I put on the line or do something with and don't need to move.
Or you can make him your dedicated killer, like go the classic route of going, claw palm and let him just go to town because he doesn't really need agility to go kill people.
And if he does ever roll doubles, you just pick jump up.
Yeah.
Well, jump ups, it's a 3+ if you do that on AG2.
No, sir, it'll be a 4+. Well, 2+. Yeah, you're right. 3+. But it's still, I mean, 67%. But everybody forgets the secondary skill of jump up.
Yeah, you go fast.
Yeah, you don't have to spend the 3 to stand up.
Yeah.
But what I'm more thinking of making him is a guard piece. Like, I want all my Chaos Warriors just be guard, stand firm, tackle, and just be this clump that you can't get rid of.
Have you considered...
What about...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Have you given any thought to my suggestion of, at the end of the season, putting him up for sale for any of the lower-level Chaos pieces who might go, hey, I need a 4th Chaos Warrior, and this guy's already halfway to Killville?
I kind of wanted to do that, but just right now, I don't think I could drop him for a rookie, because it's just going to be kind of rough. Probably like a starting block one would be great, at least. Or a Mighty Blow, something like that.
So what you're saying is you would be willing to trade with him if you could get a slightly developed Chaos Warrior, or if there was one in the market for buying?
Exactly.
Word.
Plus, I'll have a bunch of money by the end of the season. Make sure to have that ready.
You got some coin now.
Mm-hmm. 180. That's good. What's your plan for Wall Warrior? He's a niggled beastman. He's got blocking guard. Is he a liability having that niggling injury with an AV?
Yeah, he's a liability, but I'm going to play until he dies, really. Because if he gets a minus stat, he's off, besides agility. He's just really utility, because having 2 guard is nice, but 3 guard is very nice. And just adding on and on means you're going to get less and less blocks. And I really can't drop him until my extra Chaos Warriors get their skills.
Okay.
So I think he's just going to keep there till he dies or becomes finally cycled out.
This is your second season with this team, right? Is that right?
Correct. And they've only had 4 spin games between 5 and 6. So it's a pretty decent team, I believe, for what I've got. And it's lost a lot of games.
Now, has the Astro Granite helped you out?
No, Astro Granite doesn't help me out at all, but the point that it doesn't help out means that people aren't doing their GFIs that they really want to do. And I kind of like restricting people on that movement. And it really doesn't bother me too much because I don't play GFI game at all. That's how you kill people.
No, I'm in the same frame of mind. That's why I haven't. Just I've got a lot of elves and 6 down there. So well,
there's a lot of elves in 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
5 of them.
So the next, actually, the next team is an elf team.
The next 3 teams are elves. So shall we take a look at not an enemy sports team?
Well, I had a quick question for you. I had a quick question for
Yep.
Iron Master. If you could pick one character right now who got a free level up, and you got to pick what it was, who would it be?
That'd be my Beastman, Mulgore, and it'd probably just be Stand Firm. Be really annoying.
The strength up guy?
Yeah. Just I like that utility piece, and he's exactly what my Chaos Warriors should be, but aren't.
Fair enough. All right, gentlemen.
Also tackle on the wrestle piece. That'd be nice too.
Well, you're getting greedy now. You just said one.
Yeah,
level up.
just one. Yeah. So, moving on to non-anime sports team.
So,
they're 1820 high elf team now.
Just for the record, Iron Master and I, we had a 2-2 tie. If I remember correctly, no deaths, no real injuries.
Nothing.
It was a wonderful
game. It was a fun elf game.
Yep.
So, was that recent or?
About 2 weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay. So non-anime sports team.
Yeah.
I like his motto.
Yep.
See, now I haven't played High Elves much, but I think sort of, this team value is sort of the golden spot for High Elves, isn't it? Like the 1800s to 2000s.
Yeah, because that means he's got a bench and he's got skills, and that's really nice to have on High Elves.
Well, I think he lost a thrower there. If I remember correctly, when I played him, he had a pretty good thrower. So this is a fresh-looking one, and that
used to be not Ace of Diamond.
Yeah, that kind of hurts. I mean, this guy's going to level up quick, passing it off to the catchers, who are brutal catchers.
Yeah, really well developed for what they got there. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm pretty incompetent when it comes to the elf teams, especially with their builds and everything.
I'm very surprised that he put Leap on a line elf. I do realize that the Agility 5 and the block, he can jump into places and create... I'm sorry, guard, not block. He can jump into places and help the wrestling linemen, but that's wild. I would expect to see Leap on that catcher, the strength up one, soon.
Yeah.
See, I think he's just trying to follow an example, you know?
Your example?
Go ahead.
No, I think I must is referring to his wonderful Chaos Warrior. That,
right.
He's leaping crazy.
What again? I'm not good with elf teams, so I'm trying to figure why he has wrestle on a strength up catcher. Wouldn't he have been better served to take block?
Well, remember,
it was wrestle before strength up,
right? And
he's going for a bullhawk. I think.
Sir.
Yeah.
But the strength up is actually probably really good, especially if they don't have guard around their cage, or even if they do. That's why the guard guy's there.
The leaping one.
Yeah. So once that catcher gets leap, they both leap in, and they're going to get a 2-die block, and then wrestle's going to be a very good skill for taking out a blodger, and he'll probably get tackle after leap or something if he wants.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you find that this level, after teams have been developed for a few seasons, that every team has sort of shorthands on at least one or two pieces?
I only have it on one, and usually I think people like to have only one because sometimes they're not even their main ball carrier, but it's that one for if there's a strip baller.
Yeah, because I mean, when I think of a bullhawk or a sacker, I think wrestle and strip ball. But I've heard you guys say a few times now, oh yeah, wrestle and tackle. So I'm just wondering whether that's because there's just so many people, so many teams with say short hands.
Well, with wrestle and tackle, you have a 50-50 shot. With strip ball, you have what? If you have strip ball and wrestling, you have only one will fail. So
Yeah.
I get where you're going with that. But the tackle not only helps you in attacking, but it helps you stop people from dodging away from you.
Right. Right.
So it comes down to your style of play. He's using not Kaijo as a blitzer. That guy is not catching anymore.
Yeah.
He runs in wherever he wants with a movement. Is that 9 or 8?
8.
8. He runs in where he wants and smash face. Then he runs away if he has a little bit of move left. I would not be surprised if that guy does level up, that he gets sure feet just to keep running further.
Yeah. He's looking pretty serious, that one.
He beat me 3-2. Did you play him, Ironmeister?
Yeah, I went 1-0 against him, I believe.
He won?
No, I won.
Oh, you won. Congratulations.
Yeah.
How'd he go?
So, this being what looks like to be his second season, more like 18 wins, 5 draws, 7 loss, is this...
Now, this is a fun fact here. This guy actually did make it to playoffs last season and came out relatively unharmed.
Yeah,
So,
I think the level up with strength and the armor bust are both new since I played him.
yeah, that's newer for me too. Oh.
So with this, is this, again, I'm an incompetent elf coach because I don't play them. Is he on a good track for development, being in the second season here?
Yeah, this is really strong. Especially with just having a bench on elves is crazy.
Especially
Usually they
high
die.
elves. They're so expensive.
Yeah.
Having the 4 catchers is a definite bonus because while their armor's low, they are one of the few high movement with strength 3.
I think they're the only one, aren't they?
Well,
I suppose you've got werewolves as well.
Werewolves, war dancers. Those are the
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But
So,
for your typical catcher role, I think that the high elves are the only ones. Will pro elves have strength 3 when they come out?
yes, they will.
they're catchers?
Yeah.
And they come with nerves of steel and catch.
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know too much about those. The real detriment to a catcher in his first level, as you can see from not major, is they have catch. That's it. So high elves all start very slow. The blitzers start with block. The thrower has safe throw and pass. He doesn't even have sure hands. Nobody else and then the catchers get catch. Linemen have no skills. So everyone has to level to get anything worth a damn. It takes forever. You have to spread the love around, which means you've got to do things you don't want to do many times over. That was my that's my experience playing 2 or 3 different high elf teams.
No, that's been my experience too. I played them a bit in CCL, and they are so slow to get started. And then once you get a few levels on them, then they get to be a bit fun.
Right.
Until then, it's just a hard slog to win games or even just level up.
It gets to the point where you're like, I'm going to take this catcher, and I'm going to take this thrower, and I'm just going to stand in the back and throw it back and forth until I get 2 or 3 levels. I don't even care if I lose the game.
And pass for 8 turns.
Yes. Yes, sir.
It's a valid tactic if you're an elf. You can sit in the backfield, wait for them to come to you, do a few penalty passes, and then when they're close enough, you could just lob it to the front, head towards the end zone and score and win.
Yeah,
the penalty passes are key.
Yeah, on the Fruity Kisses, the Kiwi kid, he can throw 13 squares at a 3+.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad.
And still not the ace of diamonds is only a heartbeat away from that. I mean, the moment he gets accurate, he's throwing 13 squares at a 4+. So that's 50-50, and he gets a re-roll.
Yeah.
But to keep pacing on track, we got not FDA approved with a 2-4-2 record.
Oh, this team!
Get ready, guys. This
team. This is coming on the bounty. because I already know exactly which one you bounty.
Oh crap! Wait, you gotta go back. I forgot something. So on not an anime sports team, not Prince of Tennis has the bounty. He didn't used to be AV busted, but someone was going for that bounty. That's all. Okay.
So everyone's favorite. This is the current favorite star in REL 3.
Yep.
Super Dragon 6000.
Yes. $250,000 TV.
Blitzer there.
And he's worth every brass farthing. I mean, you think about this for a moment. He is a blodging big guy with no negatrait who can pick up the ball, throw the ball, catch the ball.
Punch you in the face with Mighty Blow.
Right. And on top of all of that, he can move, let's see, a third of the field.
Yeah.
So what Mighty Blow, what big guy has a movement of 7? Correct me if I'm wrong, but none?
None.
No, Crocs has 6.
Okay. Yeah. So that Blitzer is a monster, and he loves to use it.
I take it he's used it on you a number of times. Well, this season.
When I played ATL, I went up 2-0 pretty quick, but I stayed ahead of him the whole game, but not by much. And he ended the game 4-3. Me 4, him 3.
Right.
I got lucky. He has that Mighty Blow swagger, but he had he has that niggling on him, so I took that dude out the first block of the against him.
Nice.
So you gave Swagger the busted knee?
No, sir. He had it. That's why I went right after him.
Oh, okay.
Because
look at, I mean, just looking at, I mean, we can go back to Super Dragon 6000, but looking at the rest of the team, there's some really nice skill ups here. You've got the agility plus catcher.
Yeah.
That's an absolute dream.
Another strength up lineman.
Yeah, yeah. Although I'm not sure about that one, but
you're not sure about who?
The strength up lineman.
What's not to be sure about? You roll strength up, you take strength up.
Yeah.
Well, now he's standing on par, at least strength-wise, with like Black Works and the like.
Yeah, I mean, he can go one up against Chaos Warriors, Lizard Men, Black Orcs, especially if they don't have a stat yet, or if they don't have a skill.
Plus, he's really good to screen off with, if nothing else, at Strength 4, because now they have to dedicate more people to the assists.
Because most people are going to put 3 guys on him, or at least 2, to knock him down. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's I like it.
Yeah.
If you get a strength stat up, you take it, especially on 3.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he has 3 doubles. He has 3 doubles, not counting the 3 strength up. 3 strength ups.
Yep.
That's madness.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had that guy, but I can't play high elves, so I'm just glad this guy has it. But in my game against him, I actually went 1-1, and I got to fireball him and stomp him for 3 turns, and I got stuns, and it was fun.
Yeah, because now elves don't have access to strength, right?
Correct.
No.
So yeah, he's got the 2 mighty blows and the guard down there.
Yep. The only character on any elf team that has access to strength is the Tree Man.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's
I
not even.
wouldn't want to be going up against him if I was another elf team.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. Even I had trouble, and I'm running chaos with all the strength. He just said, "Nuh-uh."
I gotta be honest with you. I do not like the block on his thrower. And then followed up by sure hands. I mean, realistically, if you're playing high elves and you put the throw on your team, he should be throwing.
Because they're like one of the best players to do it with, coming out with safe throw and pass already. So that's 2 throwing skills And that's pretty good. Accurate, strong arm. Then you can get sure hand. Actually, I kind of like sure hands first.
Well,
and accurate.
Strong arm is a double.
That's true.
Maybe you think maybe he took the block because there are so many elf teams in this division?
Honestly,
no, that block's been way long ago.
Yeah, I honestly think he took block because people like block.
So I think he took. I play Skaven and I take a thrower, and every game, if I at least once or twice, my opponent will victimize my thrower because he doesn't have block, he doesn't have the armor value, he doesn't have dodge. He's a positional that is easy for you to take down. So maybe that's why he took block.
Well, my thrower doesn't sit on the field unless there's not enough elves. I'm just saying, on Fruity Kisses, you've seen I've got 13, 14 players, 13.
Right.
He's not on the defense drive. And any high elf team I have has 12 players for that exact reason.
Right.
Well, until he can get another 12th or 13th, he's kind of stuck having him all in the field.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the 70K to buy another lineman. He's got all 4 catchers, and he's got his 2 blitzers, so he is always positionals.
Yeah. Just a solid team, really.
It is. And what is his statistics?
7, 5, and 8.
So he is not doing bad.
So I'm Master. Let me guess. You want to tell us who got a bouncing on from this team?
Oh, it's Mojo Risen and totally not Super Dragon 6000.
Totally not.
But no, it's just Super Dragon 6000. That's the only guy. Because fun fact was, he was only Strength 4 at the beginning, so I'm like, I'll give him a small bounty, because Strength 4 isn't a big deal for a lot of coaches. But once he got that Strength 5, I hit the red alert button, the bounties went up, stakes went up, and trying to raise an army against him,
Yeah, I've seen you campaigning on Discord and elsewhere.
Yeah. That would definitely be a heck of a loss for him. Sure.
But I gave my shot at killing him. Didn't work.
I ignored him. I stayed away from him and minimized what he could do. Because realistically, if he could punch you, which he can, he's going to hit you, which he will. Just make sure he can hit somebody that doesn't matter.
Do either of you know of anybody that's really made a play for taking him out?
I don't know of anyone who has personally, but then that's not the style of Blood Bowl I play for, so I don't keep up after that kind of stuff.
Sometimes I've noticed that people will try to go after my bounties just if they have to choose a person, or in this case, they're trying to usually remove this piece off the pitch because who wants that?
Right.
So I think the weakness of it, though, is that he's the only one with real Apo privileges. Not a lot of other people will get it because he's so valuable to the team.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that can work out against you. I've had a star player and ended up losing other players because what if this guy dies and I can't have that, and it ends up you'll see if you click his statistics, he's had 7 deaths in his 24 games. So he's having a death once every 3. That's not counting any stat busts that he fired.
I know I killed one.
So there you go. And high elves.
He's a developed catcher, and he couldn't do it because I was fouling.
Yeah, high elves ain't cheap.
Oh, that's damn.
So.
Well, should we move on to our first or 2 wood elf teams?
Live tree or die hard. Hair loss is God's way of telling me I'm human. What a weird motto.
I believe that's usually when they are crumpled and there's no elves left.
Gotcha. Now, have you played this team? Because I have not.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
They look healthy. They look strong.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Ledeas, but this team came in at half a team at the beginning, correct?
I don't know. I really don't remember. I mean, I guess we can click on a few of these guys, like Jimmy Monroe. Let's see how many games he's had. 6. And Harry Stamper, or Corbin Dallas 2 has 0.
Well, I believe Corbin Dallas was a star catcher. I think it was. No, it wasn't a catcher. It must have been another thrower, and I think I had a bounty on him.
Well, only the
Same C died.
Yeah, only the last 3 seem to be the new ones. Nope. That guy, General, what's his face, has 20. So, I don't know how
this
many.
This is a surprising Wood Elf team. That so many of them are still there, and so many of them are healthy.
Yeah.
Well, remember, if you can score fast enough, you can make your opponent have to reset all the time.
So, yep, it was Corbin Dallas the second, which that doesn't add up. I think he misnamed that one.
Well, now he only has 21 games. 876 is his stats. So he played.
He's got 4 doubles there too.
13. He has 13 games from season 4, and he has these games. He didn't play any spins, so he's never played any spins.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He's got 2 strength up and a movement up. He's got a guard, so that's a double.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a new catcher. That's where he replaced it. So that catcher's had 1 game, and he got 8 SPP because of an MVP touchdown.
And now it's now going to be a once turn touchdown threat.
Yeah, ironically, he turned into the same thing he was. That's gonna be interesting.
Doesn't he need a push for the 1 turn?
I believe he does need exactly 1 push.
But then with the tree man with is that grab he has?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just needs sidestep. He doesn't even need. He didn't even really need that another movement up. He can just get sidestep, grab, and he's away.
Sure feet also would help him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like getting blocked sure feet and just making him run up there.
Now, I don't have a lot of experience with the Wood Elves, but the ones that I do, the catcher had, I eventually on level 3 took like a pass block.
Yeah, I don't really know about that because a lot of coaches are
Anti-passing.
not for it.
Yeah, I know.
They're just, let's run the ball. That's how you're supposed to play this game.
But if you score so much with your catchers, what are you going to give them? They get to the point where you don't want them in the fray, but they still need to be helpful.
I like to use them for assists, and they cross around the field, so you're going to be switching sides with them and doing your normal LFBS.
I like that he has 3 linemen with wrestle dodge, one of which has guard.
That's a really strong LOS.
So now I was wondering about this. That why go with wrestle rather than block for your LOS?
Especially for Wood Elves, movement.
Yeah, but look at all the dodge. You've got to roll pals just to even get these guys down.
Well, also, if you're rolling against them and you have block, if you on a both down, you're both going down. Yeah. And that's the strong part, that you're wasting their turn with their piece next time.
Oh, right, I see.
Because you're Wood Elves, you can still get up and run 4 squares. So, you know...
They may only get up and run 1 or 2. Yeah,
right.
I got it.
Yeah. Basically limited to just 2 results on the dice that aren't in your favor. You've got to roll pals on these guys. If you don't, you roll stumbles, you push them. If you roll both downs or skulls, you're going down anyway.
That's why on the Wood Elves it's a very good skill, the wrestle, because you have the movement to punish your opponents. I think that's my opinion.
That's frustrating.
I don't know if I would have went wrestling on the catcher who had strength up. I think I would have went the block there and made him the potato player, get him out there by himself. Because then people have to get the POW, and they have to bring either a strength 4 or 2 dudes up against him. And you got a movement of 9, 10, 11, you know, whatever.
Yeah. No, I'm liking this squad. This is a nice a nice fun team.
Yep. The one thing I do have to say is that is War Dancers. They're not getting much development compared to everyone else.
Well, no, hold up. John McClane III is a blitzing, strength up, blodging, tackle zoning. I mean, he's going to get you. His next level is strip ball. You're done.
No, I know. It's that he's actually done that in 4 games. So I mean, the other one, he's had 20 games, and usually your War Dancer is doing everything. And also the first one's he
named his War Dancers after Bruce Willis.
They're all named after Bruce Willis.
They're all same team.
Are they? Okay, so
Yeah.
I didn't know all the references. Gotcha.
Apart from Mighty Bark.
He already has like a strip ball, side stepper, and I don't think he needs strip ball in the other one, but it's still really nice.
Well,
I think he's not developing the War Dancers just because he doesn't need to. Develop the rest of the team, and the War Dancers, as they stand right now, they're amazing. They're amazing when they first start out.
Right.
If he can develop the rest of his squad, then he's got an entire squad that's amazing. And then you can go back and develop the War Dancers more.
It is
that's my opinion anyway.
And both of us have to go up against him, so.
Good times for you guys.
Well, I have a natural defense that Iron Master doesn't. First of all, I have a great thrower who I can avoid this dude to a degree. And then second of all, the one thing that does stop War Dancers, I have dump off.
Yeah, especially for just basically saying, no, you can't do what you want.
It's like, go ahead, hit him. He ain't got the ball anymore.
So how does dump off work for you? Like, I mean, does it work well? Is it a skill that you love having on your runner?
Yeah, I'm accurate. So if he's in a cage and you jump in, I'm still throwing away at an 83%. If the catcher isn't in a tackle zone, he's catching at an 83%. And I normally keep my assassin nearby so that he has catch and can catch. You know, a free reroll to catch it. So yeah.
Would you ever consider getting Nerf Steel for one of your intended receivers?
No.
No?
Not the way I've built my team, I wouldn't.
Okay.
Had Kiwi Kid not rolled Strong Arm in the beginning, yes, I would have gotten Nerves of Steel for him and went more with, hey, go ahead, hit me, haha, just kidding, throw it off.
Right.
But I try to avoid players. I don't try to be in tackle zones, so. This team is rough. I played the other Wood Elf team, and my assassins won the game, as far as I'm concerned. He had a crazy War Dancer, and I put it out twice.
Are you talking about the wooden stand-ins?
Yeah, he appoed the guy, and I stabbed him again. So 2 assassins went to work, and, you know, I don't know what other people are going to do. They better have a lot of tackle for this team, because everything has dodge except the tree and the tree, 1 lineman, and 1 thrower.
But there's none of the team left.
No, I'm talking about Live Tree or Die Hard.
Oh, Live Tree or Die Hard. I thought you were talking about the wooden stand-ins.
Yeah, no, I haven't talked to him.
Yeah.
I think he's doing real well for this his 2nd season.
Yeah, this guy,
Duberman. Well.
Yeah, he
21 games.
He was 6-3-4 in his rookie division, or rookie season, I should say, and he's 2-4-2 now. So, he's not winning, but he's winning and losing equally.
That's a bit of a surprise, actually. I usually think of Woodies.
I like his development.
I usually think of Woodies as being like the squad that either wins by a lot or loses by a lot and doesn't really draw that often. It's kind of that aggressive play style that you have with them. So seeing him with a majority of, 50% of the time being draws is surprising.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be a heck of a threat. I'm hoping he and I can get that 5-5 tie like the Big O was going on about.
What's this?
The Big O had a game recently where they were a 5-5 tie.
Wow.
Just crazy.
So,
Yeah, I watched that match.
So Duberman, when you're if you're listening, you and I, we need to aim for that, buddy. 5-5 tie.
Yeah, me too.
That's a result where everybody wins.
Yeah.
Was there anyone
Bounty.
on the bounty board here?
Yep, the bounty board was Corbin Dallas 2, but now he's got Corbin Dallas 2, the thrower this time. I think it's going to have to be updated and adding that strength up guy, maybe his other catchers, especially that one that's fast again. Can't have those guys being uppity and saying I can one turn on your face. That's it.
Yeah, I think there definitely needs to be some bounties on this team.
Yeah, a lot of it was from this season of developing, so
yeah,
gotta get up with the times.
You guys are rough. Well, would you like to take a look at the Chaos Team Scholarly Gentlemen?
Yep, I just played them.
Yep.
I
Matter of fact, I think this was the match I threw the rock.
Yep, it was.
Well, he's got 2 guys out. One's missed next game, and the other one is just missed next game. So no nigglings, no stat.
Yep.
Nope, it was a nice game.
Oh, he does have one.
He does have a niggling. Yep, can't.
But can't have that.
Ah,
Him being Blodge, though, isn't the worst.
that's not Kant. That's Kant. Immanuel Kant, the philosopher.
Well, he's niggled, so I just say he can't.
Yeah,
Can't do
yeah.
this, can't do that.
Down there's Freud with extra arms, and you know whatever your id tells you that's all about.
See, he used to be a carbon copy of my my Beastman, but he's developed his own personality, and I like it. He is going to be like a new ball carrier that's crazy again. Great.
So, I'm after. What do you think of the Minotaur?
What I think of what?
The Minotaur.
I like the Minotaur. I used to run one in my team.
What?
But
Wait.
the reason.
Who are you, pod person, and what have you done with Iron Master?
But he lost me a game. I ditched him because people said, "Hey, get rid of him." I'm like, "Okay, that sounds good." He lost me a game. And then I've kind of been wanting to get one back because they're great for the bash, and just that strength leverage is great. And he's doing good with his block guards a bit, but I don't agree with his Beastman at the top. Guard and claw. I was expecting block there.
I think claw without the mighty blow is not that effective.
Or block.
Or block, yeah.
He's also going against AV9 teams in the believe. So that's why.
Yeah, let's see if he's played.
Yeah, but then, well, I don't know.
Well, it might have done some work because he beat Leafy Mustard. He held his own against the Mainland Rotters. He beat Roasted Garlic Triscuits, another lizard team. Brazzers beat him 2-0. I beat him 2-1. So, I mean, he's kind of got a very eclectic history here.
5, 7, and 10.
Yeah, this season he's 2-3-4. And
So he has pulled up upsets, and pretty fun.
So yeah, he's
One thing I noticed about this coach is he's very aggressive with his Minotaur, which is interesting, but it's led him to a couple bad situations.
I think you need to be aggressive with the Minotaur, because if you're not blitzing with them, then you're watching them sort of do not much.
Or running away from him, or pushing him around something. He's the guy who had that star player touchdown against me.
Oh, that was hilarious. But it's really a strong team from what I've seen, and Minotaur being new, fun. I agree with they should be blitzing, but there's a point to where you should be restraint with them, because them being in a certain spot can be nice. You don't have to keep going for those big hits, because Frenzy can screw you, and lack of block can get you if you don't have Juggernaut.
Especially against developed teams. I personally think when the Minotaur is at its best is when these guys are fresh. and everyone else is fresh.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that. Once you start moving up in the TV values, they become less of an asset and more of a hindrance, unless they're leveling up.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, with an agility of 2, I would try to feed him a ball. He has 50-50 shot of holding it. You click the blitz, you run down the field, you don't hit anybody. I mean, just Minotaur touchdown is a wonderful gift anyways.
I've never seen a Minnesota hold.
Well, they scrape their feet on the floor and they roar at the sky. I can only tell you that because the star player did it once.
Yeah, the star player without the beast, the wild
animal.
Yeah, Blackhoof, I think his name is. He is a great player. This team is developing very oddly.
Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't have more Mighty Blow claw in it. But I don't know. I guess that's the way I develop my thing.
Well, he has sustained 4 deaths, and remember, he only has 22 games.
Yeah, he used to have a player that was bountied, and he had plus strength on a warrior and Mighty Blow on him.
That's nice.
I think I remember that player.
I can see why he was bountied, and I think that you're seeing the weirdness in the team build is Freud is throwing everything off.
Yeah,
he has the extra arms, and he has the strength, and he has the short hands, and it's kind of like a bit of a contradiction.
Yeah, but it's hard to give up the strength when, I mean, I could see an argument for going, hey, that's a ball carrier, take dodge on your double 6s, but it's very hard to give up the strength.
Oh no, I'm not saying give up the strength. He's the most strength piece he has in the team, but I think if the strength had fallen to like a warrior or one of the beastmen that had like Mighty Blow or the claw one, it wouldn't look as odd.
Oh, I don't disagree with you at all, sir.
Yeah.
No, I have to say this makes this guy relevant during an offensive drive because strength 4 with horns. You know what that means?
Strength 5.
yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
So 1 assist, he can go up against anybody's big guy, just about. Yeah, I'm glad I played him early. He's a good coach. He was a fun to talk to player. And I think if he sticks around with this team and doesn't re-roll, I think whatever division he goes in next, he's going to cause, no pun intended, chaos.
Yeah, it's a nice build. Interesting build.
I like it. I'm more of a kill team coach.
I think one of the things about the chaos that a lot of people forget is that free access to mutations. So few teams have access to mutation at all. It's a lot of fun to build the chaos teams with that.
Oh no, I totally agree. Absolutely.
It's one of those teams that's like with chaos, you don't have the starting skills, and you need the starting skills before you get the mutations. Like I said, so there's that first couple skills that you kind of want before you get your mutation. So like some teams come with block, so I think block guy would be great to just go, oh, Mighty Blow Claw, but now you need block Mighty Blow Claw.
No, I get you.
Or
I'm not saying you mutate every player. I'm saying you pick 1 or 2 and you go, this guy is going to do this job, and I'm picking every skill that is required to do it. So I do think that a chaos team is one of those teams where you've got to go in and going, what is this player going to do? I play elves. Everyone can throw. Everyone can catch.
Yeah, but I like that. I like playing teams where you have to be very, very conscious of the roles that each person is going to be playing. And I like to see that in team builds where possible. So I like certain aspects of this squad a lot.
Yep. So our next coach is going to be Stouticus with the wooden stand-ins, because I already told you what the bounty for Skelly this poor guy.
Yeah.
So we had the live tree was at one end of the scale, and then the wooden stand-ins are very much at the other.
So
where's his team?
Good question.
Now,
I mean, isn't it?
He was 10-2-1 in his rookie season. He didn't come in with any spin games. Went to the playoffs and beat the reigning champion Sage. Let that sink in for a moment. The reigning,
without Tree.
Yeah.
Okay, then did he start letting his 2-year-old son play?
No, he got beat in the playoffs against West C, a Big O coach. Then he played 2 spin games because he had 2 playoff games. He was 1-1 on those as well. And then this season he's 2-6, 2 wins, 6 losses. I can tell you right now, I beat him 4-0. Like I said earlier, those assassins did work, and his war dancers were much more dangerous then.
Really, the team's lost its head drive.
No disrespect to him. I was just wow.
Right. I move busted that thrower.
I MSG'd his gross war dancer that's now dead. So now we got Benedict Cumberbatch Jr. Or sorry, Cumberbirch Jr.
Have you played him yet?
Yeah, I did. I MMG'd first war dancer.
Oh.
That was actually gross.
And what if did you win yours?
Yeah, I won 2-1 with some crazy throwing BS.
So if this was any of you, this was your team, which would you re-roll?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I have to say, you'd have to be dropped down to a 1-season division again, and you'd still be down. Or just like a spin division where you're just having to get a bunch of loners and be giving away TV still for your little.
Well, do realize that his team value is a lie. He is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 12. He's going to be 12, 20. His team value is 12, 20 with 5 loners. The only hope he has, if he wants to continue playing...
Well, it should be 6 loners, because there's 2 out right now.
Okay, my bad. So that's 420,000 added. So 420 added to his team value. So that's 1290. So his only hope, if he wants to keep this team, is to sell his catcher and hope somebody, or the agility up lineman, and hope somebody wants to give him some money for it and use those to buy the players he needs, which I doubt they're going to do.
It's just a really hard fight to do anything with the rest of this team. With 2 rookie war dancers, that's a big hit on your development.
Yeah.
And only having 1 nice catcher and 1 nice... That's a tough ask.
So what happened? I mean, did his team just implode? Did he just get the worst luck ever, or?
So in his rookie season in Division 6, he was dominating, and he pretty much had 2 loners the whole time. That normal where you have loners to put on the LOS, which was nice. But his trees kept dying. He went through 2 in the first season. So he went into Sage fight, literally just lost his tree to a foul, dead, and then he had to go in with tons of inducements. And this coach sells an inducement plan. He'll get exactly what he needs, and he knows how to use them. And that's where he really shines.
Yeah, well, it didn't help him too well.
I stabbed him. There's no fancy. I didn't outplay him. I didn't out-elf him. I stabbed him.
Wow.
Yeah, also the thing I did was I basically outguarded him, and he has a team of loners, and he has rerolls. Can't really reroll loners.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough.
This just looks like a tragedy.
The only way I think this team goes into the next season is if Stouticus just goes, okay, you know what, screw you guys, this is my team and I'm keeping them. It's the only way I see this team making it.
Yep. Shame is I really like the names.
Nice. Well, do you gentlemen have any idea what he could do? I mean, if you were playing this team, what would you do?
I do.
Definitely.
This is tough to. That's a lot.
Yeah, I do the reroll simply because there's only one player that's. Oh no, you've got Denzel Walnutington as well. The War Dancers are basically rookies anyway. Yeah, I'd reroll.
I would not have given that catcher leap. I don't agree with that at all. I guess there is an argument to be said. Hey, he can get over a line of scrimmage and move on past them.
No, it's for one turns.
A leap?
Yeah, you jump over all those tackle zones, especially if there's like a tackle player.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean at the end
just
of
want
the
to dodge
line?
out. Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, now I've got to ask, Guy Master, is there somebody bounty on this team? How much of a team left?
It was Benedict Cumberbatch, the original. He had about a $20 bounty on him, just because he won, and then I had to put incentive to beat the champ of my divisions.
He wasn't. I think if I remember correctly, it had Mighty Blow.
It had Mighty Blow. Movement 9.
Yeah, it was ugly.
It was fast. It punched you in the face, and you were sad after it.
It's true. Well, let's leave him rest in peace.
Yeah, I think this is a cautionary tale about what can happen if you're winners.
Your meteoric rise to fame and your
Exactly. Could we make a biopic of this team?
Mean and neon green.
Necro.
So an 1800 team with a 206 record.
Now, he does have 11-3-9 for all games, so he's a much better winning rate than this season looks.
14 players on that.
Hey, there's not Ace of Diamond.
Yep, we found him.
Wow. There's a guard zombie and a guard ghoul, and a guard white's not too rare.
The 5-strength flesh golem.
The 4-strength ghoul.
Yeah, but that 5 strength's also an 88 now.
Well, as long as you're not punching him, he's good.
So
See, this looks like a very nice squad. It looks like a very healthy squad. It looks like a very strong squad. And I know that Necro are better a little bit later on. They're not good at low TV. So why is this guy not winning?
Well,
now?
when you look at his werewolves, usually you want like at least one doubles roll on one of them to get Mighty Blow. So he's not getting any attrition game without Mighty Blow on anybody. So it's really the shame of he's not getting doubles on the right players.
So he's not getting removals.
Yeah.
And then also he plays a very defensive game instead of the nice offensive.
Yeah, I mean, I scored on him 4-0. I just stole the ball through the ball, stole the ball through the ball. Now, some of this wasn't here when we played. I don't remember if that Flesh Golem was Strength 5 or not, or AV8 or not. But I do know that that ghoul wasn't... Well, I could be wrong about that, too.
No, that ghoul's been like that forever.
Yeah.
The plus strength ghoul?
Yeah. He's been there since my season.
It's a 2-season team. This is his second season. It was 11-3-9.
Yeah, with this build, I think you need to be aggressive. You're saying that he's a very sort of defensive player, and I'm just looking at the plus strength and the general build of the team. I would think this would suit more of a sort of aggressive, go out there and get the numbers advantage and then just press that advantage and get the win.
But he doesn't have any removal ability. That's the problem. Is sure he can hit you, and you have the exact same stats of your AV every time. There's no Mighty Blow. There's no... Well, there's the Claw, but If you got any sense, you're not going to be next to a werewolf anyway, so that's only one of them per turn. I think that's where he's hurting. I think he needs to really pick up some Mighty Blow, and soon.
But the problem is, this is a good team otherwise besides that. And with the werewolves not being stars, that's holding him back.
You think he's got too many zombies?
Both werewolves have inflicted 27 injuries.
I think he has enough zombies, personally. The only thing I don't like is that he might not be fouling. He's only got one dirty player. Maybe a second one would do good.
I watched one of his games, and he uses that dirty player, but that doesn't always present itself in every match either.
But I don't remember being hit too much in my match. Maybe once or twice, but it's definitely not like 3 or 4 times you usually want.
Right.
Well, I know when I play him, I tend to try and single out the werewolves and not let them just run amok around the field.
Well, you only had 4 armor breaks against him, and he had 10 against you. He did 59 blocks against you, Iron Master.
Well, fireballs do work, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying 59 blocks, 2 KOs, 2 injuries. He broke armor 4 out of almost 60.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 10 out of almost 60. So only 1 out of 6. 13%, 17%, some mess like that. So, against me, I tried very hard not to give him too many blocks. He only broke 6. He only did 43 blocks. But
so what do you guys think of the zombie with kick and block?
I like him.
That's fine by me.
Yeah.
It's a player that's going to stay on. He didn't go with the DP route of it, which is also another favorite one because it's like, oh, you kicked off. Now you're good. Go kick some people.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't done that. Actually, I think he's done a much better job with that because, especially against teams that are going to be scoring, you want to be kicking. You know, you want to control the kick, and you don't want that guy dirty playing and getting kicked off. So I think he did right with that.
The only thing I could see making him better is guard, and then he's literally your perfect zombie. That I don't think you could fire.
You mean the kick and guard? Or kick and block?
Yeah.
Oh, and then guard. Yeah, and if he doesn't get guard, go fend.
Why?
I think he's the one bloat zombie you're allowed to have.
Why go fend?
No, why would you go dodge on a flesh golem?
Because they're harder
because
to
they
knock.
stand firm.
Yeah.
So they just stay in place as you're wailing on them, and only one result knocks them down or moves them. It doesn't even move them. They just are knocked down on one result. It's really annoying.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
And the other guy will never need dodge because he has strength 5.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, Marauder Shields, I don't understand why you don't have Mighty Blow on your whites. I understand needing tackle, but what's the point of hitting them if they're not going to get off the field?
One thing you could be doing is blitzing with werewolves every turn and not feeding whites any sort of SPP game besides, oh, I'm putting him here, and hopefully he gets a block that does something.
Yeah, I mean, he's got 9 and 7 on these guys. A Conrad the Feared has 8 matches, 1 MVP, 1 casualty. And
Vlad the Champion has 14. So these are rookie, or not rookie, but not with the starting team.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the MVP, and he's inflicted 2 casualties, so no scores.
I think he should really try to get scores if he can, because that's going to start skyrocketing him.
I think he's just been unlucky in throwing blocks, or maybe he's just utilizing them more in a support role. Especially with the one card.
No, I think you're right. I think he's been using the one white as a support, and the other one as an elf hunter, or Skaven hunter, or whatever. I think the one thing is that he's playing a very traditional game here, and it seems like to me for Necro, you got to be able to step outside your box. Because which one of his players is going to break a cage? You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
Especially when half your team moves like a dwarf.
So, I mean, I don't play Necro, so I'm not entirely sure, but would you develop the werewolves as your killers, or would you develop your whites as your killers, or?
See, I'm not much of a Necro player either. I played Undead.
I played a bit of Necro, and you want to wish that your werewolves become. If you get palm on one, you have a job well done. You clap yourself and you pat yourself on the back, and you're like, "This is awesome." But if your double rolls don't happen like this team, you got to make your whites your killers. So I believe that tackle one's going to have to be the killer, while the other one could utility with it. You can either go stand for or tackle on the guard one, stand firm, while the other one gets mighty blow, piling on, and then just you try to keep him alive.
Yeah. I mean, he's got good ghouls. They both blodge. One's guard and sidestep, so if you do try to push him out the way, he goes where he wants, and the other one's strength 4. So
now I have to say that these actually have been pretty protected, because if you look at their matches, the one has like 23 and one has 16. So
there you go.
He's really protective of his ghouls, and they're not really taking too much.
Yeah,
solid team, but
I think as soon as he picks up Mighty Blow on the Flesh Golem with Blodge, and that might be something he starts doing, is I know it's got a movement of 4, but could you imagine when that guy starts blitzing things?
Well, it's also great when you glue people to him, try punching you for 3 different actions, and then you take a punch back and you knock him out or something.
Right. Yeah, Mighty Blow will help that too when people are rolling skulls against you.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that they can't move you, so you're automatically there instead of having to even blitz.
Well, speaking of undead, do we want to take a look at Lich's team?
Oh, no. They're more dead.
Yeah, well, they're in there.
We got Lich's Boneheads with 400 less TV than that last, putting him at 1,400.
And he started, I believe, at 1,900 at the season.
Yep. With 2 of the best mummies I've ever seen, personally. He had another nasty white until it took him my strength.
It took either a movement or a strength loss. He had Butt Chewer the Ghoul.
No, he said it was strength.
Butt Chewer the Ghoul had Agility Plus, Mighty Blow, Dodge, Block, I think Sidestep eventually. He had 2 or 3 other ghouls that were nightmares in training. He came into this season a very strong team.
So I'm gathering from this that he's just been decimated over the course of this season.
Well, he lost all his ghouls and one of his really nice whites. It took out like a lot of wind in the sails. While he still has the mummies as the heart of the team, it's just his supports are kind of gone.
Yeah, let's figure Die Hard took out one of 2.
I broke Butt Chewer. I armor busted him.
You claimed your own bounty.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you made 4-0.
Lich is a friend. He and I entered the REL at the same time. I don't think we were in the same division, but if I had to be constructive criticism, Lich, you tilt, my friend, and you tilt often. He gets frustrated by things and starts making questionable decisions or revenge blocks, which end up messing him up. I don't think that's what happened in his and my game. I think he played a very good game. Not quite understanding, I don't know if he did or didn't, how break tackle works and dodging works. He did a break tackle into 3 tackle zones and was kind of like, well, that never works. And I'm like, well, you did have a 50-50 failing because 3 tackle zones. But I think personally, if he wants to keep the Boneheads, and I don't think he does, I think he's going to re-roll, I think he should try to sell his mummies to the free agency. They don't, well, the one guy has blocks, so someone might want him. The other guy has 3 normal level ups, 4 normal level ups.
No, these are mummies that people actually will really want, I believe.
I think people would.
People are going to be SOL because I believe this is going to Spin League.
Oh, really?
Yep, that was his interest that I've heard, or give it a good old Viking funeral and let nobody have it.
He's taken some deaths, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Berserker's got 2 on him. Mainland Waters took 1 away from him. And that's what, 4 players in the last 7 games.
Well, those are all his deaths then. He has 4 sustained deaths. But
yep.
he has like 4 or 5 fired players this season. I remember looking, the Blood Bowl stat page shows you previous players, and Lich had about 4 or 5 of them there.
Yeah, it's definitely not a pretty season for his team.
And he's already said he's going to reroll?
Yeah, I think he's
pretty much said it, but he doesn't know what he wants to reroll to.
Now, Lich plays a lot of different teams, and I think that's going to help him out when he rerolls, just because he's played around with different teams in the spin leagues. So he's got a taste now of all the different abilities. So it's going to be fun to see what he does. And if he gets into the LE spin or LE kick, who knows? He might pick Underworld or something and just come out with some crazy crap there too.
That'd be nice.
Lich might.
I'm looking forward to seeing sort of the veteran coaches that are going with some new sort of LE teams and seeing what they can do with them. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I hope he changes his mind and lets some of these players go into the free market, because I would like to see the White Rider on a G-Man team. Could you imagine him going in the Elf Heavy G-Man League and just destroying elves? I mean, if he gets level 6 and doesn't roll something special, it's Pylon. It has to be. Bring the death. Well, would you keep this team if it was yours?
I might.
See, I think it's actually still really strong, which that's kind of the problem. It's strong, but it's also weak, because it's just he lost players, and there's no substitutes for him because they literally all just had a mass exodus.
Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking along the same lines. It's good on one hand, but there's a lot of he's got a lot of catching up to do with all the new players.
Yeah, he's got 3-star players and then rookies.
Yeah.
I just have to say that those mummies are super, super developed. He uses them pretty effectively, and Amon Rot does have a bounty on him. That is my bounty player.
And 4 points, 2 injuries, he levels up again.
So that's going to be interesting.
It'd be a tough call as to whether if he wants to keep this team. I could understand him not wanting to.
What about you, Kallisti? Would you keep it?
No.
No?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, the mummies are great, but there's nothing special about them. I think part of the benefit of re-rolling is the chance to sort of develop a new team that's going to have those doubles and stat ups and do something really interesting. What you're left with here on this team is 2 well-developed mummies, but they're nothing special about them. They're just been in the game for a while.
I would like to point out that he did hold Not an Anime Sports Team to a 2-2 draw. And other than Livetree and Die Hard and me with my freakish score, he hasn't given up more than 2 points in any other game.
He also did beat Not FDA Approved right before they got that extra strength up.
So, Lich is a much better coach than his stats show, and I think sometimes he forgets that as well.
Well, other than that, I mean, that also adds to the argument for re-rolling. I think, if you get a chance to start a new team, then it's your skills as a coach more than the team that's going to sort of dictate how well you progress. So, if I was him, I'd re-roll. Definitely.
So I think that brings us to our last coach, Skippy. Is having
garlic
garlic Triscuits.
16, 20, visit.
My overlay now.
I have lost them on the board. Where are they?
First page.
There he is. Second team.
Yeah.
That's second team.
Okay, so
what's the story here?
I just played McSkippy, and
Fun guy.
yes, he is. I don't know. We had a weird game. I think the story here, realistically, are 4 fresh skinks.
Yeah.
And everybody is always talking about you got to have development on your source, but development on his source did not help him. He had 4 fresh skinks. He had his Saurus. Now his Saurus caught the ball and carried it for a while, and almost got away. But yeah, I
also saw a source pass.
Skink pass. He threw a pass with the skink, but I intercepted it.
No, there was a source that passed.
Oh, I don't remember that. Oh yeah, his vanity pass at the end of turn 8.
Now, is this just undeveloped skinks, or are these replaced skinks, ones that have died or been
I'm
expired?
fairly
Replaced.
certain they're replaced. Yeah.
Fucking click resume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
So it's got a move-busted Saurus, a niggled Saurus.
I mean, let's take a look at Brazzer's game with him. No deaths, but 7 injuries. So I'm sure he went through skinks like they were potato chips.
Yeah, it was not pretty for him.
And Mainland Rotters, what did they do? 4 injuries. Yeah, I think his weakness is his skinks fall out. I mean, even I put 4 of them out, and I'm not a bashy player.
So he just doesn't protect his skinks?
I don't know if it's
He's
that.
just very aggressive.
Yeah, he just has fun. He just
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely a fun coach,
yeah.
and that sometimes gets away in being a little bit viable, but he definitely has like story with every player, and it's pretty fun.
And a charismatic streamer. So
Yeah, I've watched some of his streams.
yeah, I mean he's just a joy to be around, and his team, I think, unfortunately suffers a little bit for his enthusiasm. I can relate.
See, I've always been of the thought with Littermen that you know, your skinks are only not going to be around for long, so I don't really put much stock in developing them. I know you're saying that the skinks are the weak point for them, but I don't see. I've never thought the skinks can get that much development because they only have access to agility, and so you're really sort of banking on them getting doubles. They're so easy to injure, so I like the fact that he's gone lucky, or he's just really worked his ass off to get the development of the Saurus. I wouldn't see the fresh skinks as that much of an issue.
You have a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the ball with a Saurus. You need to roll a 5 or a 6, and that's if it's not raining, not in a tackle zone. You know what I mean? It is.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I swear there's a skink curse as well in the game. Because I played Lizardmen a bunch, and I can't pick up the ball with my skinks for the life of me. Half the games I play. So.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, they are an agility 3 team, so you know they've got a 2 in 3 chance of picking up the ball.
Yeah, but you've heard of the dark. That's right.
Heard of the what?
The dark elf curse.
What, double ones all the time?
Yeah, and like just you know, you use snake eyes and the double ones with the dark elves. I think there is a curse for skinks and picking up the ball.
Well, I'm not saying you're
Very
wrong.
true.
I swear it's a thing in the code.
Yep, I've seen 4 turns of not picking up a ball with skinks.
Yeah,
It's
and then
crazy.
and you've got a human lineman with exactly the same agility, and he'll pick it up first time, or a beastman.
I think if McSkippy, either got a little bit more I'm going to break your team aggressive, he would win more games. I don't know if he and I just had fun and that never presented its opportunity. I've not seen too many of his games. Did you play him, Iron Master?
Yes, I did.
Did he try to break your team, or was he just having fun like I think?
He was having fun, but he won.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I don't think I have any good, really good criticism, because I think Block was winning that game a lot, but he was doing good for me, and I just couldn't get to the ball.
Well, now every one of his Saurus that are leveled have block.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's got 2 guards running in there, 2 mighty blows.
Yeah, break tackle. That makes a Saurus that can get out and bust your face. So he's got a lot of potential. I hope he doesn't re-roll. I think he came into one of the seasons as a replacement for a team who dropped. So I think that was part of it. Yeah, if you look, he has... Let's look here. Division 5.
No, I don't think so, because he always says he signed up with his... I think that's been always there.
Season 5, Division 3. He only has 13 games. Nope, I'm wrong then. Yep, I'm wrong.
One thing I do have to say, though, is he doesn't use his break tackle, which I find weird.
Overflow League Division 4. So yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. He did play a season as a as an extra team. In the early days of the Rebel, there was overflow leagues, and instead of running 14 weeks with 3 admin teams, they just ran them however they could with whatever got into the game. But yeah, he was 2-11 last season.
I don't know if I think he sticks with this team. He could develop into something really nasty to go up against.
I think once the Skinks become leveled, he's going to become more dangerous.
I think that he's got the base bones, and now he just has to get the easy touchdowns and let Skinks be a bit more protected. He kind of has the reverse Eisenmike syndrome.
Right. Well, he's got the reverse syndrome of like every lizard coach I've ever seen. I mean, all of his Saurus except the fresh one are level 3 or better.
Oh, I just noticed he's got this. So he's got his on the roster. He's got the Saurus, the Coxagosaurus, and there's actually a sneaky skink, number 5.
Yeah.
That's sort of there in the middle.
Cannon fodder.
Yeah, cannon fodder. So I thought he had one developed skink, but he actually has 2. So.
Yeah, but it's not developed to score. It's developed to stop you.
Yes, but that's also viable.
I don't know. That's my 2 cents.
Well, she's having fun.
Exactly. Well, so gentlemen, you've gone through Division 3 with us. What is your guess for who's going into the playoffs?
Oh no, we're trying to remember stuff.
So I liked. How many games are there left to play after this week? And there's what?
4 games.
4,
but some people have 5.
Yeah, their week 9 has been finished in there, right?
Yeah, 6 players have a game to play.
Yeah, there's still three matches left in this week.
So if Berserkers wins, he's in first.
Yep.
No tie.
You
guys are stumped?
No.
So
I'm
my
just,
guess is
I'm actually.
he's gonna make it all the way because he doesn't want to make it.
Ugh.
It's gonna be great. We're gonna see him play Elf Ball, and it's gonna be amazing because he's gonna like get to the semifinals, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll vote for you because you let me come on here and be an idiot. But I really think it's probably either going to be Braziers or probably the Orkendorf King, Braziers and Berserk.
Yeah. See, I think Braziers is going to be Braziers is going to be one of the teams, and I think that match day 13, It's Fruity Kisses versus Berserkers. It's going to come down to that, who the other playoff spot is.
Wow, so you're saying whichever one of us wins that game is going to the playoffs?
Yes.
What if it's time?
Then I don't know what you do.
Yeah, neither do we. So stop making it difficult.
But yeah, I've got a feeling that just looking at the matches ahead for all three teams, I think that Raz's is going to be one of the spots, and I think it's going to come down between you and Owned.
Wow. Well, Iron Master, let's go ahead and wrap up Division 3. I do have one thing to do after we leave Division 3. It's a little surprise for our guest. But I want to take a look at your team for the last second. We're going to do a little bit of pandering here. What is the one thing you want everybody watching who's made it this far in the video to know about Snobgard?
Leaping is fun.
Leaping is fun. And then
so fun you made a video and posted it like 15 times on Discord, right?
Yeah, I still gotta post it up more.
You just need to make a new one. And oh, don't forget to put that like minute and a half intro.
Oh yeah, and then I'll make it a 20-second video.
I love it. The one thing I want to tell everybody about my team is currently, even with all this bloat, I am the highest scoring team in the Rebel with 24 touchdowns as of right now.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. So, my surprise is you guys went through our division, so Iron Master and I want to talk with you and learn about your teams. And Iron Master didn't know he wanted to, so I'm volunteering for him.
Yeah, I totally knew.
Yeah.
Speaking this on him.
So, let's start with Division 7 and the Lords of Decay. Since you're here, why don't you tell us a little bit about this mess of a team of yours that is not dying?
Yeah, they're doing well, aren't they? So Lords of Decay, I have been buying linemen, and I've now stopped buying linemen because they actually have reached my limit. I've got 14. They aren't dying. So God knows what I'm going to be spending my money on. For the positionals, I'm really happy with Ikit. Yeah, Big Hand is one of my picks for every time. I'm developing Slinky. He just needs either Dauntless or Leap, and then he's going to be set. I don't need to worry about him anymore. Mosquito, I don't know. I took the agility on him, and I'm now wondering how he's going to develop. I could go the dodge route, blodge route, but then it's kind of wasting the agility roll.
Don't you need the doubles to get dodge?
Well, that's easy. You just roll doubles.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I mean, if I roll doubles, I'm either going dodge or I'm going claw.
I was about to say, I thought Storm Vermin doubles equaled claw the end.
Exactly. Now I've got this agility up. I'm just like, oh no, what am I going to do if he does roll doubles? With the other Storm Vermin, he's just definitely going to be a killer piece. I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna go piling on, or I'm gonna go claw, depending on. And then for my other gutter runners, I'd love to develop one of them as like with movement 10, but not fully going sort of one-turn touchdown, not sprint, short feet. Sidestep, like give him movement 10, make inroads towards doing the one-turn touchdown, but also make him a bit more of a utility piece.
Okay.
And then the third one, or sorry, the fourth one, is going to be a ball carrier, I think. Maybe get him deep. I'd love to get agility up on one of the gutter runners, so I can sort of really focus on sort of giving him leap and making him give short hands and making my primary ball carrier.
– – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –– – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – – –
One thing is, for the doubles on that agility, I would definitely get the dodge.
You would go dodge. So a dodge on that Storm Vermin would make him dodge like an elf. He would be going everywhere on a 2+, as long as he wasn't going into other tackle zones.
Yeah, see, my thinking is that I only have 2 pieces with strength access. So if I go dodge, like that'd be great. It would be wonderful. I'm blessed with the agility up. But then if I go that route, then I'm losing a potential killer piece.
Well, a lot of people forget that guard is also a strength skill, and it's very needed if you want that stuff.
Big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, him dodging in and being a guard is not necessarily a bad idea to use with that agility.
No, that's true. That's true.
So Iron Master coming out with a hidden wisdom there.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. That's good.
I wouldn't have ever.
Well, I just played against an agility 5 one, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I would have never thought of that.
And what would you guys suggest for the stadium enhancement?
Ugh.
Maybe the one that gets rid of rocks?
Yeah. I mean, I personally like the food court area, so it gets rid of rocks, and it gets rid of people getting free bribes to get the ref.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch invasion's not going to hurt you as much as it does others because you have so much movement. And you seem to be doing well in your division. As soon as my computer wants to work with me here. You are in 4th at this current moment. A little sneak peek.
Yeah.
The Norse are kind of running away with it, but...
Yeah, a little bit of a hidden secret here. So, Knockoff, he finished 4th in the World Cup. So, there's not really a huge shock that he's running away with the division.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I actually was chatting with a friend of mine. He was like, "Yeah, he did finish 4th in the World Cup and managed a 6+ pass that was heard around the world." So yeah, got a certain amount of notoriety. And then also ahead of me, you have Pig Sofa with the oil miners.
Oh, those dwarves!
Absolute beast of a team. So I'm not facing him until match day 13. So
thank God for 14 rats.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to survive. I'm probably going to go into the off season with like 11 players after facing him.
Well, Havokk, do you have any questions for your counterpart?
I'm pretty sure the answer is it's rats.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got orcs, so I just like to smash them.
Fair enough. Kallisti, is there anything you'd like to say about your team on the way out?
No, I think
you want people to know.
I think. Oh well, I'm building for next season. I've been sort of very conservative with my games so far. I'm preferring to sort of build a squad, have a really strong squad for next season, rather than sort of taking the chances. And hopefully next season is going to be my season, and I do very, very well.
All right. Well, let's step up to Division 6 and take a look at Havokk's team and give him his moment in the spotlight. If I'm not mistaken, you happen to be leading your division.
Yeah, well, that's not by any great strategy, so.
Well, you're doing the right thing and getting guard and block.
Well, that's if you want to bash and smash, you kind of have to. At least that's my thinking.
I mean, you've got 4 blitzers, 4 mighty blow.
What's the plan after that?
Yeah, I might start mixing it up, do a little pylon or something. To be frankly honest, I've never had an orc team that has not lost a player. Some of that has to be attributed. I have to be honest. This division's had, what, 1 or 2 people drop in it. My first week was a concede win. Should have been against the Rebel Rousers or Rattle Rousers, but we had some real life issues going on. I got a tie against the Knights Court and Panda, tie against my counterpart 4 team. I actually got a 2 my first actual win, actual game win, came against Please Don't Murder Me. So,
did you follow the instructions?
As far as,
did you murder him?
I didn't murder him. He actually murdered himself. He scored early, like the first, which I figured was coming as a passing team, high elf team, and they did exactly that. But he gave me the opportunity to get the ball back in the first half, and I just kind of potatoed it down the field while smacking elves out of my way. Second half, after I'd kind of gotten the numbers advantage, I pretty much just set up dodging traps, and the game just turned on it. Every single dodge he made was a failed dodge. He couldn't do anything. I mean, one guy in his turn was over. So that's kind of how that game went.
Now I got a question. Who is your ball carrier?
Anybody I'd like it to be.
Boom.
No, typically I've been trying to spread the carrying out amongst my 4 blitzers. Last night I got my first Blackboard touchdown, only because the ball just fell in his hands, and he was pretty much scot-free on the left side of the field. So, but I don't really, at this point, like I said, I've never had an orc team. All the players are still alive after 9 weeks. I've already lost some, or I've had some niggles. So, you know, those teams that I've had a dedicated ball player usually, or a ball carrier out of one of my blitzers. Because I don't tend to go with throwers. I don't really care for them. But this one,
well, I mean,
I'm still kind of up in the air.
This is a straight AV9 team with 12 players, so
yeah.
I like that I like that you got your troll. I mean, I know some orc players who play the whole game and will not use the troll. I view the troll personally as a third lineman.
And that's exactly how I use him, and this one fits especially well because he does nothing. I mean, the 3 points he got was off an admin win touchdown.
Right.
He's a lazy troll. I'll give you that.
Now,
but
you said earlier you were thinking about appeasing Iron Master here and finding you a goblin so that you can goof about with him.
I was thinking about it. Season's not over yet. We'll see if maybe one of my line orcs die and cash is still sitting the right way. Might buy one, stick one in there just for.
So you're not going to go above 12 players?
Not at this point. I don't see the need for it right now. You know,
so
got the cash. I've got all healthy. You know, all my players are healthy.
What are you going to do with the 60K?
That I haven't. You know, I'm in that pickle again, like I was last or 2 weeks ago. I think it was where I had so much money from conceit because I think it was 2 weeks, maybe 3 straight weeks of admin wins.
Gotcha.
So I had all this money sitting around. I was like, what do I do with all this?
May I throw out a suggestion?
Sure.
Buy the orc. I'm sorry, the goblin. Buy the goblin this week.
Buy the goblin?
He's not going to change your team value.
That's true.
Play with him, see what you think. If you don't like him, fire him. If he gets killed, who cares? If the troll eats him, record it.
Yeah, definitely, we like that.
Do that. Yeah.
The other thing, obviously, you can go into the next game. Sure, you're going to give inducements, but you can buy your own.
And that's something I was thinking about. I'm up against Phobiacs next week. They came in mid-season.
The Phobiacs.
That's the Dark Elf.
Yes, and I mean, Dark Elf team not super developed, but it is a Dark Elf team, and any elf team can get sideways quick.
Well, I was just looking at the schedule, and Phobiacs, they seem to be a bit of a giant killer because they killed
Lebowski.
Lebowski, yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
and I think he's in number 2 spots. So,
yeah,
He was the division leader until he just started failing some rolls.
are there any games coming up that you're thinking are going to be a particular challenge? I think you actually played Lebowski in
Lebowski
12.
Yes, he goes up against, I believe it's Knights of Cordon Pandas this week. Is that right, or is that Nick?
Well, I think he meant you. Are there any teams you're coming up against that you're worried about?
Yeah. Sorry.
No. Sure Dog and his Urban Achievers kind of have me a little on edge there. So.
What about Nightmare on Elf Street? Now, that's a Dark Elf team with some development.
Yeah, that's another one, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, I played them back-to-back, Jeff Lebowski, and then... Yeah, I've got both those teams back-to-back. They're going to be a challenge.
And then for Team 13, Week 13, you've got the Treetop Cops, who...
Yeah.
Wood Elf teams. I mean, you've got to face off a lot of agility and a lot of movement coming up. Now, the Treetop's got a little bit more damage than the rest of your opponents do, but he also does have a mighty blow, multi-blocking Tree Man. Man, he's got a few tricks up his sleeve.
That's true.
And he has a catch, mighty blow, war dancer.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I tend to just build my orc teams to bash and smash against agility teams. Against most teams, like TeamSpeak Crew I played last night, I try to single out their best players and just beat them into the ground if I can.
So you got a plan, and it don't matter which team you go up against, you're going to enact your plan upon their face.
Pretty much.
Now, one thing I do have to say is... Sorry. The one thing I had to say was that you actually don't have any tackle, which is kind of surprising at this point. Usually a blitzer gets one just as a skill, maybe.
That's true, but I also have 3 blitzers that are all within a touchdown of getting tackle.
Yeah.
So I've been averaging 11. A blitzer probably every other match, maybe something like that. That's breakdown. So 2, 4, 6, 8. So.
That's lovely.
But no, you're right.
Now,
against the agility teams, I try to set up a lot of dodge traps for them and stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Now for Jack Walker, or Whacker, whatever his name is, when he levels up, are you going block again, or is he going to be the kick or the dirty player? Or
yeah, I've been debating this whether to go DP with him or not, or just give him the block. I know it sounds, a lot of folks say it's redundant to have all the block, but
it works for the Norse.
Keeps them on the ground. Yeah, well, it worked for me last night versus Shorts. Both of those linemen were getting the crap mashed out of them, and that block saved them. Right. Just wouldn't go nowhere. But I don't know. I might take DP just for that.
Well, is there any final questions for your counterpart there, Kallisti?
You know what? Give me 1 second. Sorry, I was just looking at the scheduling. No, I mean, one thing I would say is that I would definitely go for the Goblin. I think the Goblin adds a nice fun element, and also another element to the team. And are you going to be developing your linemen any further than just locks, or do you have a plan for those?
Yeah, I'll at least go second level with them. These guys have been just sucking up MVPs. Taking a lot of. It was ridiculous. I can't believe it. Before last week or the week before, that I had 23 points on 2 linemen. It was retarded. But again, the whole basis though is I'm not used to having a team where I have not lost a single player. I haven't had to fire a niggled player for any reason. So I'm kind of fighting in my own head as to what I want to do with them. So I will probably keep them around at least for a couple more levels, maybe another level 3. Depends on how bloated the team gets.
Well, I don't think you can get too bloated with orcs, can you?
Can you get what?
I don't think you can get too bloated. Orcs are one of those teams that you just build and build and build.
Yeah, my team's 2240, so I can't say that's a bad idea either. So, because the only thing better than, you know, a good team is a good team with like 7 more skills.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Havokk, is there anything you'd like the crowd to know about your team on the way out?
Just don't kill them.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. This has been just an enjoyable pleasure.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I'm a very special guest today.
Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. It's been a real pleasure.
It's been fun.
Well, Iron Master, I started this mess. Would you like to finish us off?
I think we should let them do it.
All right, gentlemen.
Yep, I'm Havokk.
Well, I'm Kallisti Maya, and this was your REL Division 3 roundup.
Have fun. Kill stuff.